I appreciate everybody that's been checking out the channel. I appreciate everybody that's stuck around with the channel. And I appreciate if you just happen to stop by and check out this video. Anyway, here's what I got. I picked up, when I started airbrushing again, I picked up the Harbor Freight deal where it was the $98 deal when it came to the compressor. We'll get to the compressor in a minute. But right now let's just talk about the airbrush. This is basically a $20 airbrush. It's a bottom loader, or I don't know the correct the description of this particular airbrush, but it's the one with the jar to make it simple. It's not a top loader. So when I first got it, I was like, oh, I didn't know that, and it was kind of foreign to me, but I kind of grown to like it. And for 20 bucks, it's not a bad airbrush. It works fine. You don't have to have a $1,000 airbrush, so to speak, but at the same time, if you do, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong to go out and just buy whatever you want to buy. I try to keep mine on a budget type thing where if I decided I really didn't like it and I didn't want to pick it up and do it and continue on with it, I didn't spend too much money. Yeah, you'll probably say, well, you'll spend more later down the road, but I like to advance as I go. Try to get my skill set up as much as I can, which I don't know, try to. But after I use this for a while, and like I said, we'll get the compressor in a minute, and I'll show you what you should do or shouldn't do when it comes to the compressor, which is mostly common sense, but at the same time, I made that mistake, so maybe whoever sees this and wants to start doing this doesn't make the same mistake I did. So after I used this one for a while, and it works fine, it works great, very easy to clean, and I tell you, with this one being the jar, I kind of got used to it because I can hold it like a handle, and I can control it a little bit more better than I can a top loader, but I don't know, top loader, let me show you. So I picked up the model G233 set. 40 bucks on Amazon. I figure, well, let me go up a little bit higher on price and get myself another airbrush as a top loader, just to see what, you know, if it feels better or whatever you want to call it, or how smooth it is or whatever. But trying to stay on topic here. But here's the two different airbrushes that I use. I use another one as well, but I'll get to that in a second. This one here is the Masters ones, and I tell you, it's really smooth. I'm having trouble with my battery on my camera, but anyway, pick it up right here. I got the top loader, and I have the bottom loader that I call it with the thing, but with the bottom jar. But this here, I don't know if I said it or not, but I'll say it again. But this here is sort of like not a Cadillac, maybe a Cavalier. This is a Volkswagen, to put it that way, or maybe a little bit more. Maybe it's a little bit above a Cavalier. I don't know. But what I do like about this one, that this one does not do, and I'll put this one down now, is it just feels smoother for the $40 price tag. And this here, you can adjust the air flow as needed right on the spot, which this one obviously doesn't. But if you have a gauge on your compressor, it really doesn't matter. But it's just the convenience of having the air value, the air nozzle, the air control back here. This knob right here, and this was a little bit more complicated to clean until you get used to it, because the little pin in here is kind of a pain to get down. The handle, the switch here, pin, whatever you want to call it. There's a pin. This is basically a pin, and the needle goes through the airbrush. This one's a little more complicated to keep clean, or to clean, but it's still worth it. It's just smoother. I think it just feels that just a smoother spray. I don't want to get, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't try to get stuck on this and just make this a 30-minute video when it could be a 20-minute video. So those are the ones I use. I also have one here, and Kobe hooked me up with this one. This is also a bottom loader, so to speak, if that's the right way of saying it. I don't know, but I'm just going to put it that way for sake of argument right now. And this one here is just I don't know if it's I don't know how much this one costs, but it was free to me. So it's a bottom loader, and same thing, same purpose. It's good. It works well. It works fine. So he gave me that one among some other paints that I have here that I'll show you in a minute when I take the camera off the tripod. But okay, so let's get to let's get to the compressor, man. Let's go look at the compressor and I'll tell you what I'm talking about when it comes to the compressor. Here's what I'm talking about when it comes to the compressor. My daughter painted me this. This is Pyro from T-Fortress 2. If you don't know what that is, that's pretty cool. I like that. Love T-Fortress 2, and I love that painting right there. Anyway, right here, this compressor, this particular one, did not come with this gauge right here in my hand. It's basically a big spray can when it came to having the bottom loader or any other airbrush that does not have a nozzle in the back of the airbrush to control the airflow. But you can always, this here again, Amazon, 15 bucks, 12 bucks, 13 bucks, whatever it is. They're really inexpensive, and it just goes straight on to the side of the compressor, and then you put your hose on the side of the gauge. And the gauge is really great. You can adjust it right here, and I recommend before you pick up a kit to make sure you get a compressor that has a gauge, or if you can find one cheap. Like I said, this was like $98 with the hose, with the airbrush, with one bottle, empty bottle for the bottom loader, and it did not come with the gauge. But I would recommend getting the gauge. But if you can find something really cheap, then just get the gauge because it's like 12 bucks. If you can get a compressor for 50, buy the gauge if it doesn't come with one. But vice versa, you know what I'm trying to say. So anyway, coming down here, let's go look at the paint. This is $5.99. You do get more obviously than you do in this one here. This is a 2 ounce, I believe, but this just seems to mix better for me, not wetter, but better for me. But anyway, now moving on to a little bit of some primer. I tried this stuff, Amazon, of course, everything's from Amazon. It's about, I don't know, 13, 14 bucks. This was about 12, but this is a better brand, or not so much a better brand, but this seems to be smoother for me. It's smoother, it's a lot lighter, it's not as heavy, and this shit here is sticky, man. This stuff here, I don't know what's in it, but it's sticky. It just seems sticky to me. It sticks to everything. It's hard to clean. It's hard to get off your gun, and when it's just a lot harder for me to clean up. I don't know why, but this stuff here just cleans up better. It comes out smoother. It comes out a little more, it just comes out altogether better spray in my opinion. But now I got some wicked colors up here from Createx that most of these Kobe hooked me up with. The same guy, and I appreciate you, Kobe, for hooking me up with this and the airbrush gun that you gave me. These here have a ball in them. I tell you, these are like, let me see if I can get a price here. I bought a couple of these, not many, but these are like $7.99 or $6.99. They're $1 more, $2 more than the $4.99 price tag on these opaque ones. But the wicked colors come in several different colors. This is a nice red. I love this red. I'm getting ready to do this red with this project down here. This is a nice red. I'm going to start with that one. Maybe lighten it up. But they all come with they come with mixing balls inside the paint, so it keeps the paint thin. This stuff tends to sometimes gel up a little bit. So I ordered some mixing balls off Amazon today. It'll be here Sunday, and I'll use those to put in here and mix these up, so it's not such a pain. But there's some transparent stuff, some satin, transparent stuff up there. Now let's get to the cheaper stuff. I do have some stuff out of the can. I still use my finish mattes and my satin clear enamels, my clear coats out of the can. I don't use them in the airbrush. I don't know. I haven't got there yet. I just feel, I don't know. I just use those. But yeah, I'm going to paint that dinosaur. Anyway, I got some of this space dust. Let me zoom in a little bit. I got some of this space dust right here. My daughter gave me. I'm getting ready to do something after what I'm working on right now to try some of that stuff out. That's going to be pretty cool. A lot of this stuff, like I said, thanks to Kobe, hooked me up with a lot of these colors, but this is Craft Smart stuff. The Apple Barrel, I'm not successful getting it through the gun, but it's a real good paint. It's real thick. It's for your base coats, for any kind of your dioramas. This stuff's really good. My daughter hooked me up with that. That's a really nice yellow, by the way. Real soft body yellow. Love that yellow. This is all the cheaper stuff. This is stuff here that you can just, like I said, you can use as much of it because this is like 50 cents a bottle. It goes a long way. I don't know. That's about it, man. Got some metallic stuff. I don't have a whole lot of stuff, but this is my favorite. This is really great. This is good stuff right here, man. This matte black right here from these guys. This is real good stuff. You can push that through the airbrush. You can push this through the airbrush. You can get this through the airbrush. And I just go get yourself a big old bottle of apple barrel, man. If you're going to do some dioramas, man, just get a big giant bottle of this shit. This is just like $2 or $3 and it lasts like forever. And I got a few Model Air up here. This is the very first set I bought. This silver is great. I know the top broke a little bit. This silver is great. It's really good. This yellow, not so much. Kind of a dark yellow. Anyway, this is the glow-in-the-dark stuff that I did on the Predator. I mixed it up a little bit. Just brushed some of it on. This stuff, it doesn't. In my opinion, when I tried it last time, it doesn't glow that well in the dark, but it is a really cool looking fluorescent color. They come the same company that you can push through the airbrush from these guys right here. You can push that stuff through the airbrush if you wanted to. I don't know about the glow-in-the-dark stuff. It may be thicker. I don't know. I haven't tried to push that through the airbrush stuff yet. But anyway, over here is the last thing I'm going to show you guys, right down here. This is what you need, man. I don't know, when I first started airbrushing, like I said, I didn't go out and buy all this stuff at one time. When I first started airbrushing, I had stuff all over my desk over here. And you got to have a heat gun. All over my desk. And it was like, so I only had a little small room spot here to work with. So oddly enough, a couple years ago, we came home and we had some water damage in the basement, so I had to tear all the carpet up into the basement and replace it. Which this is kind of like a godsend, because I tell you, man, I kept telling when are you going to put carpet down here? No, I don't want to. Just wear some old man slippers. I guarantee you. Today I spilt a whole bunch of that black paint onto the floor, and all I had to do was wipe it up, get some disinfectant. Here's what I use. And I don't know why I'm telling you this, but there, pick up some of this stuff. It's like $3 or $2.95 a big giant bottle, and every once in a while you just go in and you just keep, look, beautiful, concrete, never mess up a rug again. Anyway, get these. This is my little workstation here. This right here, these here are shish kebab, if I can speak clearly, shish kebab sticks. They're perfect. You can use these for mixing, and I know this right here, you can buy these from Hobby Lobby. They're kind of expensive, man. I think they're like $6 for 12 or $6 for 8 or whatever it is. They're kind of expensive. So it's kind of weird because you can go to Hobby Lobby as well and buy just these ends down the jewelry aisle, and they have a big bag of these, and you just go to Walmart and get a big giant bag of your shish kebab, if I could talk again, shish kebab, and it's the same. It's almost the same exact thickness, and it already comes with a point, man. So I kind of wish I would have started and just got some of these ends and bought a big bag of these for the few bucks at Walmart, and I would be able to have tons of these, man. But it's okay, it's worth it. I mean, it is what it is. But while I'm talking, and you can use these for stirring. You can use these. I ran out of some of these, and all I did, and this is a mess, but not a mess. But this is something else. But I just put some tape at the bottom of it and put it on there. If I run out of these. And there you go. You can just do that and it sticks and everything. But these here I highly recommend. I had a big piece of foam sitting here that comes from electronics, you know, like a TV. You cut it in half, a big piece of white foam, and I used to stick these in the foam. It worked well for a long time because it was nice, but after a while the foam pieces are going to go all over the place and you're constantly picking stuff up and constantly sweeping the foam's starting to get brittle. So I went and bought these, obviously again from Hobby Lobby. They have these are like $5 a piece, $5.99. They're not very big, but you got to have them. These are perfect. Like I said, this is all dusty and from the paint, but no, there went the head. Anyway, yeah, so much for that, right? Anyway, let's put this here. This is, by the way, this is a Skeletor montage here. I'm doing a video and I'm doing the process for this video, so I'll put that up when I'm done. So anyway, you got to have these blocks. These blocks are great. You spray, you spray it over here, blah 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 blah. You put it back, it's done. And here's my little my little spray area. I know you're probably saying, well, you don't have a spray booth? No, I don't. I do like this black wall because I can judge the spray when it comes out to the wall, and that's where you can see I've been painting against the wall. But anyway, back to this right here. This is what you need to finalize this. I know it's been a long video. This is what you need when it comes to separating all your stuff. Here's all the pieces I have, the projects that are coming up. This multi-put's good stuff, but it's kind of expensive, obviously. It's 10 bucks, I don't know. All the different parts in here and different pieces. Most of them, not all of them. And then I got my hot wire down here, man. I got more pieces here, hands, legs, weapons. You eventually, if you like to customize, you'll end up with a whole bunch of different things. Got some bags. Here's some picks, some stuff, whatever you need. This is some just standard silly putty. This is good stuff for masking. Here's my pastels. I love the pastel. I love the pastel and the dioramas. There's my wire for my chains. But everything's in one spot. I used to have this stuff laying all over the place. But anyway, what my point is, this thing's got it rolls around. 13 bucks Walmart, man. So there you go, man. I know this is kind of long. I know it's been kind of long. But anyway, this is me. If you want to check it out, All Clowns Go to Heaven. I hope this video helped anybody that's wanting to get into and I said again, into airbrushing or whatever, building dioramas or whatever it may be. I hope this helps somebody a little bit. But if you want to check out the channel, there it is. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.